Hi, this is Off to Battle. I'm doing a reaction video to a reaction video to a reaction video to. I'm getting lost at that point, but I have an actual reason for this because Skallagrim is a guy I know and a guy whose videos I have watched. I mean, I don't know him personally. I'm just saying that I know of him. I have seen his content, which is why I have some words for some of this. But stay tuned.
Seems to the average internet dweller, surprise cameos and crossovers are like a butterfly to the
He's in a VTuber model.
brain.
Yeah, he's in a VTuber model.
Something's weird.
I can do that too, but I've tried not to.
It appears I glitched out for a bit. Anyway, so yesterday my Twitter
So
suddenly
here's the guy.
exploded with notifications.
I'm sorry.
Which doesn't usually happen, so I decided
She
to check out what
apologizes.
the commotion was about. And what I found was
Really? What?
Ironmouse
How is
reacting to an old video of mine.
Okay, so basically, I somebody submitted this video and we watched it together, and I did something funny.
Yeah, she did.
2014,
She
I think.
did.
About half sorting.
I didn't even know when that video was from. Wow,
Yeah, half sorting.
2014?
Now, see, the thing is, I am aware of this video. I've
I
watched
just
this
thought it
video
was funny
because
like every time he would move the sword, it looked like he was stabbing me.
Really looks strange at first. You thrust the point of your blade into the gaps
Yeah.
of the armor. And every armor, or almost every armor, has
Oh.
gaps in varying sizes.
Bro.
So before I start, just to show
This
you that
is
this
a-
is indeed a sharp
Yeah,
I feel
blade.
bad.
So-
I'm like, oh my god, did I say anything bad? Did I say anything messed up? I really
just to say, be fair warned, forewarned, whatever. She does have a little bit of a potty mouth later in the video. So it's just little bits, but it's there, just so you know.
hope I
On paper, to show you my hand.
So since then, I've done a better video about this, a better test, where I used a properly sharp sword. That one was just about sharp enough to
You
tear
see, he's
paper.
an
I
expert.
mean, it sort of cut it, but it wasn't all that terribly sharp. So I tried it again with a sharper one, and yeah, it's a little bit more hazardous.
Yeah! I watched that video from 2014 and I had my doubts because I'd looked into the subject. I was curious about it because I'd heard bandied about for years this talk that people could do half sorting with just their bare hands, even with an actual legitimately sharpened sword, sharpened like a warrior would have it in the era that the sword came in. I had my doubts, okay? I really had my doubts, but I was just a Japanese translator. I was somebody who was a fan of this stuff, who enjoyed finding out about swords and whatever, but I didn't actually own any. I was not an expert of any kind. I mean, of course I was. I feel somewhat deceived, my friends.
Than that. So gloves are
Oh
a good
my
idea,
God!
for sure. Even regular
Yes,
leather
gloves,
make
gloves.
a huge difference.
Yes.
Why are you guys sniffing his hands? What the fuck? Are hands in her feet? What's
I understand her reaction. Just saying.
happening?
How well you can do this without hurting yourself.
Yes, not hurting yourself is a pretty important thing. I mean, the thing is, we're not fighting the Mongol hordes personally in this era. We only do it in Total War games. So I would hate for people who have to actually hurt themselves trying this guy's stuff. If I'd have tried it myself, I mean, not that I'm a very good person for stuff like that, but I wish he'd have gotten it right the first time and tested things with a properly sharpened blade before putting out that information, which was just a little misleading. So that's where I feel just a little deceived here.
One is the more secure way, and the other
Safe.
is the more effective way for
Safe,
I meant to
yes.
say
The
safe.
secure
Safe,
option
yes.
is
Oh,
to hold
Because
it like this.
this is in fact less secure, because
I
when you're
love. Oh my god, I think it's so cute that he's like re-explaining things now. That's
He's re-explaining because he didn't do it right the first time. That's my problem with it. Like, totally besides what she does later, that's my problem. And it's like, come on, you're the expert. Everybody was linking to you about half sorting. Everybody.
You're not wrapping your fingers around the blade. You don't have as much of a grip on it. So it's technically less secure, but safer because you're less likely to cut yourself.
Yeah.
And then I wrap my fingers around here. Hopefully, you'll be able to see the gap there. Yeah, a little bit. So basically, the edge
Hey,
is not really touching
you
my
place-
I just don't. I never think that people are gonna watch me do shit like this.
Why would you not think people would?
So basically,
The
edge
cute
Hey,
girl is going, saying
place
plaintive
yourself there.
cries. Okay, I just gotta get my laugh out of the way. That was actually pretty good. My pause was well timed.
without having to worry about cutting myself, and I can do it pretty strong.
Get a grip on yourself, girl.
I'm so fucking dumb, bro. Why am I
Hey,
so
Not really touching
you
my
place-
hand.
Notice how I do not
Without
dispute her.
having to worry about cutting myself, and I can do it pretty.
I'm glad I made him laugh. I'm glad I made him laugh. I'm glad I made
This
him
is
laugh.
peak internet, for sure.
Like that.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Without an issue. You see, no blood, no cuts, no problem. The other way is by
Hey, you
wrapping
can't just be in the way when somebody's murder stroking. You might get stroked yourself. I mean,
Dude, was that intentional? You can't have invented how that was gonna come off. This girl needs some smelling salts.
ended rightly or wrongly or some kind of way.
You lost that train of thought and it derailed.
all the fingers
He's one of us,
around
truly.
the blade, and you strike like that, which is less comfortable. I can definitely feel
Yeah, there you go. Dodge that.
the edge
Dodge
digging
that
into my
point.
skin a little bit. But
And I agree with the
the
comment
crucial
saying that
part
he
here
couldn't
is
pay for
you
this
do
kind of
not allow
exposure.
it to
There you go.
slide in your hand.
Safer over
If I
there.
make sure that I have a firm grip on this, I can bash the sucker.
What the? What the fuck is? I have problems, man.
So,
Where am I supposed
I
to
can
go?
tell you with certainty that when I made that video, I had no clue that this is what would happen eventually.
I can imagine he had no idea what a VTuber was. He didn't know they existed. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. It's been around now. 8 years.
That eventually Ironmouse would be, or any VTuber for that matter, would be reacting to it and
VTuber. Nah.
doing this impromptu comedy bit, which works really well.
No problem. And again,
My cheeks hurt from laughing.
have
Oh
more
my God.
control over the point.
Wiggles.
I get
All the
knocked down and I
wiggles.
get
Yes.
back up.
Safety
Yep,
wiggles.
yep.
Dodge it.
Much more easily stab into the
Okay,
gaps
I
of
got
the
you there,
armor
but otherwise,
if I
you're pretty
hold
good
my
at dodging.
grip. So this here is
Like a dagger.
actually pretty easy. I'm going to move the camera.
Yeah.
a bit.
I didn't.
Listen, I don't know shit about weapons or swords. I'm not an expert, okay? To me, a sword is a sword.
I love the overemphasis pronouncing it.
He's really. Oh man, he's so nice.
Realize at the time just how dumb this looks.
Thrust into the steel reinforced side.
It was just a means of making a point, of demonstrating it, but
Yes, you have a sword and you're making a point. I get it.
this
Oh
looks
no.
pretty stupid. But hey, the tire was the best.
No, please. Listen. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I feel so bad.
Target I had at the time.
Even with enough force to actually penetrate there.
You penetrated it.
Make your jokes.
Let's give her a few moments to recover. The witness needs a few moments to herself.
I feel like I'm in trouble.
I wasn't very good at deciding what needs to go into a video and what doesn't. I mean,
No,
I've already
your
made the
video was
point. I've already
fine.
done it several times.
We're watching a man smack a tire around.
No,
Jesus Christ. What is my life? What
Oh
is
my
my
god!
life?
Oh my god! I feel so bad. Oh god! I feel so bad. Oh my god! Please, your video was fine. It's just I have a very short attention span. Please, there's nothing wrong with you. I swear.
Yeah, that's a challenge for somebody like me. I mean, I'm not 15 anymore either, and you know, you want to make things to appeal to people with short attention spans as well.
I just have a really short attention span. Oh god! I feel so bad.
I can't tell you. I don't know. Funnily enough, I'd seen Ironmouse before in an interview with Dr. K. So there you go. 2 crossovers for the...
Wait, what? He watched my interview with Dr. K? What the fuck?
The
What
price
are
of
we're
what?
playing 6
The low
degrees
price of
separation.
$0. Anyway, seeing someone react to one of my videos who's not part of the sword community is
I was
kind of...
unaware that there was even a sword.
Yeah, I can completely understand that. I'm not part of it. I wish I was, type thing. But I mean, you can't be somebody who does all this Japanese language learning, translating for years and years, being steeped into learning about cultures, about Sengoku Jidai, about samurai, about daimyo, about all sorts of stuff going on, and not have gone straight into uh, broadsword versus katana, you know? And who addresses these kinds of videos? Skallagrim. So that's where I entered this picture.
Sword community, but your sword community is cool.
funny. It illustrates how used I've gotten to making videos for a very particular niche audience.
Since
A
the video first coming out, he's reacted to his old content several times
Oh.
previously and has always been super critical of himself.
Ah,
You did
perfectionist.
absolutely nothing wrong.
I'm the same way. I totally get it.
And anybody who's not part of that is must be looking at this
Wait,
stuff
what is
like,
it called? Hema?
there's a dude.
Yeah, what was that again? HEMA, yeah.
Hitting a tire with a sword. What is going on? I
Historical European martial arts or something like that.
mean, VTubers are a niche too, unless I
true.
grossly underestimate the
No,
popularity.
it's true.
But it's
No, it's true. Like the same way that people are like, man, a guy's hitting a sword with a tire. There are people that they'll see me and they'll be like, what the fuck is this?
Fair point. Fair point. Absolutely fair.
The amount of people that would come into my stream when I first started and be like, "Are you real? Are you a robot? Are you real? Hello? Are you a robot? Are you AI? Hello?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am a robot."
I would be tempted to. I would absolutely be tempted. All right. Since yeah, okay. Let me see. Just I don't want to take all day here. Is he saying more stuff? It looks like he
different
is.
one.
Okay.
So whenever they cross over, there's going to be some confusion.
Whoa! What
Yeah.
Let alone
Crossovers.
somebody who is kind of a normie.
the-
They must be thinking, what?
He called me a normie.
On the other hand, I'd never heard
I understand her
of
pain.
about 80% of the people nominated for the Streamer Awards.
Yeah, no, nobody's gonna know everything. Is that a fucking axe with a fucking gun? What the heck?
What are these people? What is happening? Not that it
That's-
matters. The normies
That's more like a rifle that had an axe blade forced onto the stock. But I have not seen that video, so
can do their thing and leave the fun stuff to
I will also ask why. Why? Nazeka. Nazeka. Naze.
Oh my god, it's so strange being called a normie. What the fuck?
us. But some people take swords
We will
way
resquall,
too
yeah.
seriously, and everything surrounding them, the myth and all that. You know, people can get into fights about which is the better warrior. Oh, a knight would kick a samurai's ass, or
Yeah, exactly that. I've heard lots of stuff like that. Save it for Total War.
vice versa, or this sword. You know, my preferred sword is the best sword. And if you say anything
Bro, it's like waifu wars.
to the
She's actually right, so I have to admit she's actually right about that.
Mercury wins. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Hello.
contrary, I will fight you. Sometimes there are heated arguments about how to interpret a particular historical technique.
What?
To the point where people will fling insults at each other.
In the sword community? I was not aware that the sword community has so many arguments.
And I'm just sitting there like, guys, I have bad news for you. We are all nerds, okay? This is not serious business. It used to be. Swords and armed martial arts used to be a matter of life and death back then. But those times are over.
We're
Relax.
fucking nerds,
okay?
bros.
We can have fun.
Okay, I think I've milked this for about as all I can. I'll end this on one note that is not at all intelligent, and that is that sword wars and waifu wars, there's also the food wars, and they are as ferocious as any. So on that note, this has been Off the Battle reacting to a reaction to a reaction to a, I get lost. So I hope you've had fun with this, and like I said, be careful if you're grabbing a sword by its blade, okay? That's not even being funny. That's know what you're doing before trying it, and chainmail is good for gloves. They exist and for a reason. Everybody take care.